Hey everyone, it's Hirsch Wilson, and today is November 13th. This is the second in our series, Living the Life, what it's like to be a volunteer firefighter and the lessons learned. Now, most people, when they think about firefighters, they imagine those big red trucks and us putting out fires. But the fact is that structural firefighting, putting out house fires and building fires, is a very small part of what we do, and it's actually diminishing. The vast majority of 911 calls are medical calls. And in that group, there's a subset we call psychiatric calls. First responders and police are often the frontline care workers for people having psychiatric or emotional emergencies. And here's the dilemma. We're trained to deal with trauma. We have protocols for dealing with medical emergencies. But with psychiatric calls, sometimes all we can do is de-escalate the situation and, most importantly, be kind. So here's an example. We responded to a 20-year-old female psychiatric emergency. Two of us went to the station, we grabbed our ambulance and headed down the road. We arrived on scene to find the mom and the dad and their daughter. From the middle distance, it looked so normal. The daughter was well dressed and she had the same ponytail in her hair that both my daughters wear constantly. We jumped out of our ambulance with our medical bag and our clipboards and walked up to the trio. Everything looked so normal. And then I saw the weariness in the mom's face. And she said to us, "This is Claire." And Claire looked at us shyly and said, "Jupiter rising, the sun in the heavens, and coyotes for dinner." Her dad patiently said, "Claire, these folks are going to take you to the hospital and we're going to follow in our car." Claire, looking straight ahead at us, just said, "Cows are sad, tomatoes are green, my bed flew away, and now here we are." Her mom, with eyes so sad, said, "Last week Claire was better, but the last 2 days she's gotten worse. She needs to go back to the hospital." And Claire said, "Camera, snow, it's in orbit now, and now we go to the car." It's important to know at this point that in EMS world, in firefighter world, we like to get to a scene quickly. We like to solve the problem, determine if the patient is sick or not sick, and then go, go, go. We often time ourselves to make sure our scene time is 10 minutes or less. But then I watched my partner, Paul, slow down. We were both fathers of daughters. We could put ourselves in their shoes. There's a daughter, she's here, and then she's gone. Maybe a gene turned on or off, or maybe there was trauma. Paul's entire demeanor changed. He went from this gruff, go, go, go firefighter and melted into this really nice guy. There was nothing we could do medically. All we could do was take care of Claire and make sure she wasn't afraid. We walked her into the ambulance and she sat down on the cot, and Paul continued to take care of her. I sat down and did our paperwork. And on the chart where it asks what kind of treatment you did, I just wrote TLC, tender loving care. This call has stuck with me for over the decades. First of all, it was a testament to how fragile our grasp is on this thing we call mental health. According to Johns Hopkins Medical School, 25% of us has diagnosable mental illness. Second, as I watched Paul take care of her and I thought about her parents, it was a reminder that everybody has a story. As Robin Williams said, everyone has a battle that you know nothing about. With that knowledge, the imperative is to be kind, to be compassionate, and to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Even in our busy, crazy, divided world, being kind and compassionate is a choice. A paramedic friend of mine who I've known for about 15 years gave me this lesson. He said that when he's responding to the same guy for an overdose, he has a choice to make. He can just get pissed off that it's another frequent flyer, and if he does that, he's just one more angry paramedic, one more angry guy. Or he can remind himself that this patient is human. He's sick, he's got a disease called addiction. And as a paramedic, he's there to help. That's his sole focus, his sole job. And if he thinks that way, he feels fulfilled. He feels like he's really living his life's purpose. That's the difference that a choice can make. When I think of my friend Paul or my paramedic friend, they both made choices to be kind and to be compassionate. And that made all the difference. And that's something we can do every day, to make that choice to be kind, to make that choice to be compassionate. even when faced with the ugliness that's sometimes out there. So be brave, be kind, and fight fires. Hey, a final note. If you would like to continue to receive these videos, but you would like to get off social media, get off Facebook, get off Instagram, please subscribe to my email newsletter. You can email me at hirsch.wilson@mac.com. That's HERSCH.wilson@mac.com. And I'll leave the address up at the end of this videotape. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.